What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Countdown Scouting Network. I'm your host, Joey Garcia, and today we have the finale wrapping up the 2023 NFL draft. I guess the 2023 NFL draft class before we get into the 2024 draft class. So we are finishing off with undrafted free agents that I believe have a chance to make the rosters in the NFC South. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this one's a very, very easy one. If he did not have medical issues, I had Sean Tucker as a third-round grade. So if he doesn't have any medical issues throughout preseason, there's no way he does not make this roster. Even honestly, they don't really have any running backs that would scare me with him, other than sure Rachaad White's a talented running back, but that's about it. If he's your RB2, that's a really good RB2. He's got track speed at 5'10", 210 pounds. And he's a bruiser as well. He's not afraid of contact. He's very thick in the lower body. And the only real negative I have with him is his hands are okay, and he's got okay vision. It's not elite vision by any means, but he's not blind out there like Trent Richardson was. So I think he has to make this roster if he doesn't have medical issues. Another guy I wanted to bring up was Raheem Jarrett, the wide receiver out of Maryland. He used to be a 5-star. He's athletic and physical. He doesn't run the best routes. His hands are adequate. There's really nothing that sticks out with him, but he does everything okay, and I think you can develop a little bit more, and he could end up being a wide receiver 4 on this team. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints. I have Anthony Orji, linebacker out of Vanderbilt. Their linebacker room needs a little bit of a revamp, and this guy is 6 feet tall, 230 pounds, and a straight-up bruiser as a blitzer. So they gave him $226K guaranteed, and he's very physical. Like I said, he's more of a blitzer, a downhill running back. He's quick to diagnose, and he's got enough lateral agility where he's going to be able to go sideline to sideline if he doesn't get caught up on a guard. That's kind of been an issue, is scraping off those blockers going sideline to sideline. But A-gap to A-gap, he's going to bruise downhill, and he's got good enough tackling skills. You don't really want to put him in coverage. He's not meant for that, so he's going to be a first and second down player only. An honorable mention that I had for them was wide receiver Shaq Davis from South Carolina State. I almost said Southern Miss. From South Carolina State. He's an HBCU guy, and he is a guy who just needs a little bit of refinement. He made splash plays at that level. I thought he was going to get drafted, and it's just a guy who this wide receiver room's not the greatest. If he can make some splash plays in preseason and show that they just need to refine a few things with him, and he could be a playmaker, I think he as well could be wide receiver 4 on this roster. And then finally, let's get to Atlanta Falcons with Ikene Enuchua, the defensive end from Rice. He's 6'4", 270 pounds. He's got a very quick first step. He's a guy who is constantly using correct pad level, making sure his pads are lower than the other guys so he does not get stood up. He is 270 pounds, but his frame, his fundamental strength is not the greatest when it comes to strength at the point of attack and being able to move guys off the ball and help in the run game. So he's not really a run game guy, even though he is 270 pounds. But he has good flexibility and is able to bend the edge. You would like him to have a little bit more pass rush moves at this stage, but I think he's got enough of everything where if you can find a package for him, he's not going to be a liability really in any aspect of the game. So he's someone that I think has a chance to make this roster. Last guy, but not least, is Rajon Wright, the defensive back from Oregon State. This one really, really surprised me. I was singing his praises throughout the process. I had him as a 4th-round grade, and I don't really know why he went undrafted. It's not a size thing. Maybe it's a character concern. I'm not 100% sure, but he's 6'2", 200 pounds, so he's not small. He's got the frame and the arm length that you look for in corners, and he's got pretty good man-to-man coverage skills. I think he's going to live as a cover 3 guy, and I mean, I don't really see a concern if you're going to be scheme specific with him. If you're going to play him in tendencies that are going to help him, I don't really understand why he wouldn't get drafted. So I think this is a guy who will make some, will make some plays for you if you put him in the right tendencies. So I could see him playing probably 30% of the snaps for Carolina on this defense, and they've got a pretty good young defense too. So it's a very exciting addition, someone that you didn't even have to use a draft pick on. Another one would be the honorable mention Cameron Peoples, the running back from Appalachian State. He is a very, very thick running back. I think he's a bowling ball. He's like 5'10", 210 pounds, and he just keeps his feet moving and just plows through guys. He's the next muscle hamster. The big problem with him, he's not a third down guy. He's not going to help in pass protection. He's not going to catch the ball. But his biggest issue is injuries. So he had some injury concerns, but when he plays, he's very good. I think most of the games that he was 100% healthy for, he went for over 100 yards. And so if he is healthy through preseason, I don't see how he doesn't make the active roster and is automatically an RB2 for you. If he is healthy, he is a top 10 RB2 in the league. So I think there's maybe 9 or 10 running back twos, backup running backs that are better than him automatically. So I think that's high praise, but I think he is that good as a RB2. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this. Go ahead and put down in the comment section if there are any undrafted free agents that I did not talk about today that you think have a chance of making any of these teams' rosters. And then starting in July, which will be about a week from now, we will be starting our 2024 summer scouting. We're going to start off with running backs. That's my favorite. Work through the offense and then the defense. And then we will go ahead and get into some actual NFL preseason and also college preseason. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you have a great day. And I will see you guys in July for 2024 scouting. Peace.